What looks easy peasy lemon squeezy, but is actually difficult lemon difficult? Work. I'm a lawyer and had a client call saying she needs help with a merger. But don't worry, it's super easy peasy lemon squeezy. That project took 6 months, and I almost had a breakdown. She didn't understand why the bill was so high since it was so easy. Ugh, I'm not a lawyer, and that doesn't sound easy. If it's so easy, she should have done it herself. Playing the triangle. A lot of my non musician friends joke about how easy it is to play it. Then they actually hold the damn thing and look stupid. I can still remember my band director. You guys laugh about the triangle players, but you have no idea how hard it is to stay focused while counting 132 bars and not miss your cue. Bro, triangle is metal as fuck. Guitar is wood, bro. I did auxiliary percussion in high school, and you're so right. It swings around, and you need to get down how and hit it perfectly. God forbid you drop it also. Whistling with your fingers. I did it once like 6 years ago and haven't been able to replicate it since. Pisses me off. Or just whistling at all. I've never been able to. Dancing. I wouldn't say it looks easy, but when I see people do it, they're so good at it and it flows so well it looks easy. But damn, I just cannot get my body to do anything more than a bop and maybe some stupid arm moves. I'm 25 and dance like a 50-year-old at a reunion. Dancers are so delicate and make it look so easy. It's honestly amazing. It's just hilarious when I try to do literally anything and fail horribly. I did 5 years musical theater training and I'm still a terrible dancer. I can see what my choreographer wants me to do, but the message gets lost somewhere on its way from my brain to my feet, arms, legs, and I flare around like a dying octopus. Dancing is like golf. A lot of people who do it actually suck at it. But keep doing it because it's fun even when you suck. Golf isn't fun though. Driving little electric cars while getting drunk is. Any move is a dance nowadays. If you ask me if I want to dance, I will tell you I'm not drunk enough for that. I never will be. Drawing something from memory, like a bird or something. In mind? Yeah, but that's a bird. On paper? That's a bird? Draw squiggly lines far away in the horizon. Birds. How to draw an owl. Step 1. Draw a couple of circles. Step 2. Draw the rest of the fucking owl. Especially maps. I have a friend who can freehand any continent with national boundaries. I know everything there is to know about geography, but I have nothing like that kind of drawing skill. Also hands. No one since Da Vinci can draw a convincing looking hand. Me and a friend have a game where he names a video game character or something similar and I attempt to draw it from memory. It's always horrifying how little I can remember. Digging. Anytime it's shown in movies or TV, it looks easy as fuck. But the second you have to grab a shovel and break dirt, bleh. Those captcha things on Google, I can honestly never read them, and the website always thinks I'm a robot. Maybe you are a robot. I swear, when I have to select photos with street signs and one overlaps just barely into another square, I consistently fail them. I'm never sure if the tiny box thing at traffic lights or not. What if the object is in two boxes? Do you pick both boxes or just the box with more of the object in it? These days I use a Chrome extension called Buster to solve them for me. My wife refuses to do the ones with street signs. She read somewhere they were used to train AI to recognize different situations, and she is genuinely concerned that if she gets it wrong, self-driving cars will be mowing down babies by dozens, and it will all be her fault. A basic physical exam at the doctor. Looks like a simple look at the throat, listen to the chest. Yup, they have a heart all right. When in actuality, doctors spend thousands of hours practicing it so that when you come in with a murmur or funny looking kid syndrome, they can recognize it immediately. And yes, there are entire class sections on how to respectfully ask your patient turn their head and cough as you push on their balls. They're looking for hernias. As a med student, I second how ridiculously difficult listening to a heartbeat actually is and differentiating the different sounds. Natural makeup. More work than regular makeup. After a holiday with friends, very relaxed, I didn't wear any makeup or brush my hair much. We went to a restaurant the last evening, so I make a bit of an effort on the face front. And my friend, male, just said, "Oh, you're wearing foundation." Made me feel super awkward. Either it wasn't blended enough and very noticeable, or it was okay, but I looked like a veiny, pimply, wrinkly mess until then. There was no right answer. Now that I think about it, it was a tinted moisturizer. I don't know if that makes it worse or not. Don't trust beauty YouTubers to tell you the truth. Under that lighting, the makeup looks flawless. That's why they go through that much work for it. But for a normal, everyday look, natural makeup shouldn't take too long. Just throw on some liquid highlighter, mascara, and an eyeshadow that is only a few shades darker than your natural skin color. I don't wear makeup except for when it's necessary, and I do this most of the time unless it's a formal event. I get compliments on how nice and glowing my skin looks when really I did the bare minimum. Easy as pie. Pie is the most difficult thing I've ever done or made. I can make macarons. I can pipe a decent one out of choux pastry. I can shape sourdough like a boss. My pie crust still looks like shit. I love baking pie. I never do it because honestly I'm fat enough and that would just be dangerous. Baking is easy to me. Cooking is what's really fing hard for me. It's funny how it differs so much person to person. Making lemonade. Sure, squeezing one lemon is easy peasy, but do you know how much juice that makes? Not a lot. Fill in the rest with sugar. It's the American way. The hardest part of selling lemonade is hiding your dollar surplus from your parents before the next round of funding. When I was a kid, I thought lemonade was simply lemon juice. Boy, was I upset when I squeezed the lemon into a bowl and sipped some of the juice. I have a fun story about child me wanting orangeade. Apparently, I didn't know that orangeade was mostly water with orange juice and sugar. I squeezed an entire fucking bag of oranges into a glass. It looked like 30 minutes and my hands hurt by the end. Then finally, I got to taste the fruits of my labor and it tasted just awful. It's literally just orange juice, and I like orange juice, so I don't know why this tasted so bad. Maybe it was just my expectation of sweet deliciousness contrasted by the actual tartness. Anyway, with that track record of poor decision established, I did the only thing I could think to do. I could have put it in the fridge for someone to drink, or I could have asked my parents how to actually make the orangeade and salvage the juice I had, but I didn't. I pour it down the drain. Flying remote controlled helicopters. It looked so effortless when watching seasoned flyers, but in reality, it's like balancing a marble on an upturned bowl. I'll never forget the time I went out and bought a decently priced helicopter. 5 minutes into setting it up, I didn't even get it 3 feet off the floor before I smashed it into a chair, destroying the rotor blades. I tried maybe 5 or 6 more times before I gave up, and now it hangs in my garage as a monument to my failure. Edit. I was outside.